to the computer. Oh my gosh, I'm such a nerd. Let's see if I got any new comments.
Hey boy.
Aw, man.
Guess who's back after about a month of not posting? Yeah, me. I finally made it back just in time to cover Love Dive. After izone disbanded, the K-pop world wondered what would become of the 12 girls and their careers. The previous produce groups, especially IOI, seemed to have been cursed, with all of the post-IOI groups quickly becoming irrelevant or simply disbanding, until an announcement.
1, 2, 3,
IVE!
Wonyoung and Yujin would be debuting in Starship's new group IVE. Everyone awaited the debut with bated breath. Would IVE break the produce curse? And then, IVE released 11. It was a smash hit, immediately earning 6-member girl group IVE their first win, and their second, and their 13th. With one major hit under their belt and the full attention of the public, the pressure was on to release something just as good, if not better. So on April 5th, IVE released Love Dive, and it hit the K-pop scene like a grenade. But why am I talking about this? Well, as usual, I'm here to analyze it. Let's talk about the utter perfection that is Love Dive. For Love Dive, I've painted their music video with every shade of red and pink, along with splashes of blue that slowly fill the frame as the girls dive deeper. Shining jewels, glittering chandeliers, and glowing signs light the mansion and its cupid-like inhabitants. Meanwhile, the sunset palettes and nighttime settings merge into a dreamlike and mysterious aura. Speaking of mysterious, let's take a look at IVE themselves. The music video begins with IVE dressed as schoolgirls while they play a game, possibly alluding to the heart-racing and confusing schoolgirl crushes of K-dramas. The spinning arrow sets the scene for how the rest of the video will look, swirling and twisting the viewer this way and that with mind-bending zooms. The other half of the time, IVE is dripping in gems and crystals with a baby blue theme. The glitz and glamour alludes to the magical feeling of love, which IVE also attempts to portray with their usage of cupid themes. But there's something glaringly off about this music video. Love Dive shows us dark, threatening scenes, either saturated in pink light or whisked away from us at a moment's notice. Take Ray's scenes, for example. As soon as we start to think something is wrong, as most of the mansion is obscured, we are instantly transported to an overwhelmingly gorgeous utopia. We are shot with Cupid's arrow, quite literally, only able to see the beauty of the mansion. From ripped cupid wings hanging in the hallways, to empty heart-shaped pools, to whispered secrets in the garden, Love Dive is clearly hiding something from us. There is something these 6 winged girls don't want us to find out. Or maybe they're trapped in here with us. Let's dive deeper. Into the lyrics, that is. Love Dive, lyrically, is a very warm and inviting song. It welcomes the listener into the narrator's psyche, at some points even beckoning them into their heart. We see this in lines like and in fact, almost each and every line attempts to compel the listener to come closer to the narrator. And while compel is an accurate word for this, if I were to describe Love Dive in one word, it would be hypnotic. Similarly to the music video, the song excels at lulling you into a false sense of security. The siren-like vocalizations in the pre-chorus are comforting and beautiful.
Yeah, it's so bad, it's good.
Only for the song's instrumental to be completely stripped down in the chorus. Coincidentally, this is also the only time we see a minuscule fracture in the perfect utopia of Love Dive. And then just as quickly as we saw the evil, the hypnotic vocals return, making us wonder if we had even seen anything at all. IVE's concept and musical identity clearly pulls inspiration from Greek mythology, and we've seen this in 11 before too. While 11 hints at something otherworldly with flashing colors and sturdy gold, Love Dive delves into the famous myth of Echo and Narcissus. The myth of Echo and Narcissus is told as follows. Let me get my storyteller cap on. Echo was an energetic nymph whom Aphrodite took a liking to for her beautiful voice. However, Hera, the queen of the gods, convinced that Echo had seduced her husband Zeus, cursed her to never speak again. All that Echo could do was repeat the last part of someone else's sentence. Years later, a handsome man named Narcissus was out hunting, and Echo fell in love with him upon first seeing him. Narcissus, separated from his hunting group, called out for help, and Echo answered with the same words. When they met in a clearing in the woods, Echo professed her love for the arrogant Narcissus, and he rejected her. Echo ran from him and hid in a cave for the rest of her days. Disgusted by his pride, the Greek goddess Nemesis cursed Narcissus to fall in love with his own reflection. Therefore, when Narcissus caught sight of himself in a pond, he was unable to tear his eyes away from his own reflection, or even move. He passed away after consuming no food or water, and his body transformed into that of a Narcissus flower. With the abundant references to the myth of Echo and Narcissus both in the music video and lyrics, we are finally able to realize what Love Dive has hidden from us. Love Dive conceals the evil of narcissism, of being so in love with yourself that you are unable to escape and hurting everyone around you. This curse is IVE's perfect sacrifice.
Oh, perfect sacrifice. Yeah. Soon champ, oh, love dive.
Wow, this video was fun to script, and my mythology side certainly popped out. Thank you to everyone who has waited for me over this long month. Also, we're at 850 customers. When did that happen? Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you for visiting the restaurant at the end of the universe. Adios.
Never say goodbye, bye, bye.